Tim, what are your thoughts on last night's finale?
Do you want me to look at camera or you?
Whatever you're most comfortable with.
I'll look at you.
Okay.
Last night's finale. Oh, I got really emotional. Before they read out that I came third, I walked around this house and I just was taken back to my finale night back in Australia and the same feelings and knowing that, I don't know, someone amongst the three players was going to get that win, that dream reality TV win. And I just said out to the universe and to Big Brother, I just said, look, if it's me, let it be, but I'm okay this time for it not to be. I'm getting emotional already. I hate talking about that sort of thing because it's really like a special place for me.
Yeah.
And then to come third, I was just so happy with whatever happened that it was a great night. I loved it.
Yeah.
And in what way did your BBAU experience help you in this game?
Oh, I guess I didn't really even know what I was getting myself into in Australia, but I just stayed true to myself and it paid off, and in the end it felt really good. I was rewarded by it, I won. So in this game where it was kind of like there was a whole different strategy involved available. Like you could lie and cheat or slander people's names, or you could win comps to get through to the next rounds. That wasn't available back in Australia in Big Brother. And it's kind of like, do I want that? Like, is that how I want to play this game? Is that how I want to be remembered?
Right.
No, I want to be remembered for the same reasons of what I was remembered for in Australia, and that was being Tim, the wild card that is unpredictable and maybe at times doesn't make the most strategic decisions, but they're true to him, and like, I'll live with that for the rest of my life, and I'm at peace with how it all went.
So, are you at all disappointed after you lost, coming so close to winning your second Big Brother?
I just didn't know how close I was, I think. Maybe I got lost in the game. I'm so surprised to hear that there's a lot of people in Canada that wanted me to win. I always felt like I was the outsider, the visitor, and that I'd be taking the place of a Canadian. Should have I tried harder? Should have I studied? I probably could have. When I walked away from that competition, I went upstairs and solved the answer in about 5 minutes. The answer was there. I just didn't want. Well, I would have had to have won the third HOH because there was no way Kelsey or the brothers would ever take me.
Yeah.
So I'd have to win my way there, and I didn't do the homework. I don't think I would have won that final HOH.
Had you won it, who would you have taken to the final two and why?
Would have taken the brothers because I think Kelsey played a smarter game, but I think the brothers played harder, if that makes sense. I think that they did play a great game. They outsmarted me at times. Like, I could not get them out. I tried. And I saw in them a little bit of me from my Australian version in that playing so hard and maybe a little bit cocky, and some people didn't like that. And I may not have won in Australia. The second place in Australia was a sweet blonde that, just like Kelsey, I guess people could have, seen strategy in her game, but in the end of the day, I felt like I deserved it. Just like the brothers, I felt deserved it.
So why do you think in the end Kelsey decided to take the brothers over yourself, and how do you think you would have fared had you been up against her?
I would have won, hands down, but she wasn't going to win to either of them, to either the brothers or myself. She thought she was going to win against the brothers. I think I would have, honestly, I told both of them, if you do take me, I will not be saying I played a better game than you did.
Right.
And I will even say, vote for the Canadian, but if you do think I've played a better game than her, then vote for me. But I don't want this over the person I'm sitting next to, so, because he might have got a few more votes, I don't know if she would have won.
Okay, you often said you didn't know if you wanted to win the game. Did you ever decide that you wanted to, and at what point was it?
Yeah, great question. When I was with the Freak Show, I saw them as one. I saw Joel winning as me winning, I saw Cassandra winning as me winning, I saw me winning as the other two winning as well. I loved what the Freak Show was all about, and I just wanted us three to be the final three. When it fell apart, I still believed in what it was about, and I then at that moment wanted the win. So I guess in that that popcorn pit, that veto comp, when I fought so hard to save myself off the block, that was me going, I don't want to go home. I want to fight. I want to fight.
So you had two very key relationships in the house. One was with your fellow wildcard, Nikki.
Yes.
And the other was with your fellow outsider, Cass.
Yeah.
Did you find it at all difficult to balance those relationships when they're polar opposites?
Such a good question. No one's asked me that. I did feel like I was juggling two girlfriends who hated each other, and I don't think that works in the real world. I think they just served such different roles. Nikki was the only one in here that understood where I came from, and she was like my lifeline, my support, like comfort blanket. And when she left, I think I did kind of struggle a lot. But Cassandra was my gameplay. She was the player, and I kept them separate. We didn't really hang out much as a three. I mean, they ended up getting it on. They were the ones that were making out, not me with either of them.
And one last one, how did this experience compare to your Big Brother Australia experience?
So different. You cannot pick or choose. I think the first high will always be the best, and I think I came here to chase that and have that feeling again. And there were times in the game that I did feel that. Here, I did feel that same rush. I love Big Brother. I think Big Brother is essentially the same no matter the format. It is that microcosm of society where strangers are put in a house together, they're filmed 24/7 for an extended period of time, and we just watch how they react. Whether there's competitions involved or not, whether they vote or the audience votes, it's the same microscope on people, and that's what I come here for. It's like $100,000 you could spend to get the life experience that I've got in Big Brother. I know that's stupid to say, but I've never seen a psychologist. I think I've learnt most about myself through doing Big Brother.